All right, today we're talking about the neuroscience of discipline. We're going to dive deep into how you can actually reset your brain to make hard work feel, well, good. So right this second, your brain is making a little calculation. Should I keep watching this or should I switch to something easier? You know the feeling. This little calculation is happening all day, every day, and it's quietly just chipping away at your ability to focus on the things that actually matter to you. But what if you could flip that switch? What if you could get your brain to actually crave the hard work? And no, this isn't some motivational poster talk. This is pure neuroscience. Once you get how your brain is wired, you'll see exactly why willpower fails, and more importantly, what actually works. Okay, so let's get into it. Your brain, at its core, operates on a really simple principle. It's basically a little accountant, constantly asking one single question. What's the best return on my energy investment here? And trust me, the way it evaluates this is super basic. Every single thing you think about doing gets run through this simple filter. High effort and the reward isn't even guaranteed? Your brain just slams on the brakes. But low effort for a guaranteed hit of pleasure? Oh yeah, that's a green light. Every single time. Now here's the crucial thing to get. This isn't a character flaw. It's not you being lazy. It's ancient survival programming. This system evolved back when conserving energy literally meant staying alive. The problem, that ancient brain of yours is now living in a modern world where pretty much every app, every snack, every notification, it's all been perfectly engineered to exploit that very system, to give you maximum pleasure for basically zero effort. And that brings us to the neurochemical right at the heart of this whole battle for our attention, dopamine. Let's really look at what's going on inside your head when you just can't drag yourself to the gym, or you can't start that big project you know you need to do. Okay, this right here is probably the single biggest misunderstanding about dopamine. Everybody thinks it's the pleasure chemical. It's not. It's the wanting chemical. It spikes in anticipation of a reward, not when you actually get it. Think about it. That's why scrolling is so addictive. Every single swipe might show you something amazing, so your brain just keeps pumping out dopamine to make you keep searching. And that's exactly why this idea is so powerful. Your brain isn't broken. It's working perfectly, just like it's supposed to. The problem is, it's being systematically hacked by an environment that understands this wanting system probably even better than you do. So, what happens when your brain just gets flooded with these easy, constant dopamine hits, day in and day out? Well, it adapts. There's this process called downregulation. It's like your brain is saying, whoa, this is way too loud, and it literally turns down the volume on stimulation. Your dopamine receptors, the things that receive the signal, they actually decrease in number and sensitivity, just to protect the whole system from being overwhelmed. And the consequence of this is huge. It's profound. You're not losing discipline. What you're actually doing is building a tolerance. Suddenly, normal life just feels dull. A book can't possibly compete with an endless video feed. A real conversation feels slow compared to 1,000 notifications. Anything that requires actual effort starts to feel like a punishment. But okay, here is the good news. Your brain is plastic. It can be rewired. You can change this. Every single choice you make either reinforces that easy path of distraction or it strengthens the path of discipline. So, the question is, how do we start to reset this whole system?
First things first, let's get clear on what a dopamine detox actually means. You can't remove dopamine. I mean, you wouldn't want to. It's essential for basic stuff like movement and motivation. The goal here isn't to get rid of dopamine. It's to get rid of the constant, artificial overstimulation that's forced your brain to turn its own volume way, way down. So, how long does a reset like this take? Well, you'll probably start feeling a real change after just 3 days. That's the minimum. A full week? That's when it gets really effective. But if you can stick it out for 14 days, that's when the shift can be totally transformative. Your brain's sensitivity really starts to return to its natural, healthy baseline.
But I gotta warn you, the first few days are going to be uncomfortable. You're probably gonna feel restless, maybe a little irritable, and definitely intensely bored. But listen, that's not a sign that you're weak or that you're failing. It's a sign of withdrawal. It is proof that the whole process is working. It means your brain is recalibrating.
Now, the real key here isn't just to remove the high dopamine stuff. You've got to replace it. Your brain needs alternatives. And yeah, at first, these things, reading a book, taking a walk without headphones, they're going to feel super boring. But stick with it. Because over time, as your brain rewires itself, you'll start to find real, genuine reward in them again. You're literally reteaching your brain how to find joy in normal life. And this all leads to a really crucial mental shift. I think this underpins the entire process. It's about understanding the fundamental difference between pleasure and satisfaction.
Let's break this down, because it's a game changer. Pleasure, that's instant. It's a quick hit, but it's short-lived, and it almost always leaves you feeling kind of empty, just wanting another hit. Satisfaction, on the other hand, that's the good stuff. It's delayed, it requires effort, but man, it's lasting. It brings this deep sense of fulfillment. And our modern world is just selling us a constant diet of that cheap, empty pleasure.
And here it is. Here's the neuroscientific truth that just changes everything. When you pursue and achieve something difficult, something that brings you true satisfaction, it actually produces a more powerful and more sustainable dopamine response than cheap pleasure ever could. That's the science behind why finishing a really hard workout feels infinitely better than an hour of mindless scrolling. Okay, enough theory. Let's make this super practical. Here is your plan to take back control starting right now.
I mean, let's just be honest for a second about the situation. For a lot of us, something else is in the driver's seat. Apps are controlling our attention. Algorithms are controlling our thoughts. Notifications are controlling our time, our precious time. That is not freedom. True freedom isn't about having a million choices for distraction. Real freedom is having a brain that works for you, not against you. It's the ability to put your focus exactly where you want it to go for as long as you want it to be there.
So, here is your challenge. It's dead simple. Step 1. Identify your #1 biggest source of cheap, empty dopamine. Be honest. For most of us, it's our phone. Step 2. Remove it. Just for 7 days. And step 3. Just observe. That's it. Observe the discomfort, sure, but also observe the mental shift and watch for that new sense of clarity that starts to show up.
Look, you were not meant to be controlled by impulses and algorithms. You were built to overcome challenges, to create, to do hard things, and to actually find deep enjoyment in them. Your brain is ready to go back to that natural state. It's ready.
The only question left is, are you?